Sean.
Get started. Can you just talk about your performance on Tuesday and how you felt just playing back in the back line again?
Yeah, I mean it was comfortable. I think the way LA played, it allowed me to be comfortable back there. They sat in a little bit, let us play, but I think at the end of the day, the performance from the whole team was really good, and I think a lot of the people saw that of just the energy, and from the start, it was go go go. Unlucky not to advance, but I think it's a performance we can look back on, and hopefully good things to come from that.
Can you talk about those? You had quite a few moments where on the counterattack, Boyega was going, you made the stop. Can you talk about just those moments?
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes from just when we attack, how we prepare ourselves, how we set our rest defense. So I think that goes a long way. The better prepared you are and you organize rest defense, then it makes that job a little bit easier.
And do you feel more comfortable on the back line or at the center midfield?
I mean, I feel comfortable in both. I think both of them have things that allow me to feel more comfortable. Whereas in the back line, I can see everything in front of me. As a midfielder, you have to be a half turn and take a touch, and someone's coming on you. Whereas in the back line, you kind of have more time and ability to pick those passes more, I would say.
Sean, thanks for being here. We just talked to Yevon, and I had made the point that when he came in against LA in that right center back role, his contributions on the attack were pretty significant. From the get-go, we saw the same thing from you. He attributed his success to having formerly been a midfielder and now stepping back into that position, knowing you're up two and you're looking for the third. You're in this position from the get-go, and we're watching you beat that first line of pressure with threaded balls to the next line. Was it a tactical decision to get you back there based on the game's situation?
Yeah, I think knowing what we were kind of going to expect from LA, the staff wanted to utilize me in that way, the ability to find those passes if possible, instead of going side to side. Like we've done a lot of the games this year, we've gone side to side, and by the time we get to the other side, it's the same picture we saw. So to be able to be there and to connect with Darlington and Dylan, to hopefully play those passes to them, they can play them too. But if that's not on, I can try and play those passes as well.
We've talked in the last couple of weeks about Columbus breaking down a low block, and that you're going to see that a lot because of the way you play. Having that kind of vision as a center back, how does that help the team break a low block down?
I think it allows us to kind of skip through a whole phase of trying to play through a low block. It's facing that first line of pressure. If you're going to keep going side to side, they're going to be comfortable in doing that shifting side to side. So if you can find those gaps early when they're open and play through the middle, it creates a whole another avenue. It's the goals in the middle of the field. So you want to attack through the middle if possible, but then it's also not forcing it. If that's not on, going wide and then circulating it back to the other side and finding overloads when we can.
In that second line, you had Darlington, AZ, and Dylan to choose from. As you play that center back role, are you learning more about how you can help when you're back in that midfield spot?
Yeah, 100%. Because when I'm in the back line, I kind of have the sense of what the midfielders are kind of expecting from them, just being in that role as well. So it's the weight of the pass or the right foot or things of that nature to allow them to make it easier on them. So hopefully if back being in the midfield, it's kind of the same thing. It's being able to know what a center back does and what they need from me to make their job even easier.
I know it was a bummer that you didn't advance, especially given last year's success, but over the last week and a half, you've traveled across the country and back. You're 2-1-1, and you guys are doing it with a 23-man roster right now, hoping for some healthy players to get back up and available. There's got to be a sense of we've accomplished quite a bit.
Yeah, I agree. I think, but the job's not done at the same time. We have another big test on Saturday against a really good team, an expansion team that wants to play and a huge fan base. A lot of excitement around that club. So, we have a big test ahead of us, flying back out to California. So I think everyone's really looking forward to that one and what that'll have in store for us. And then kind of after that, we can reflect, I would say, on how the season's gone up to this point.
Thanks, Sean.
Yep.
Anybody else? All right. Thanks, Sean.
Yep.
Thanks, man. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.